Hi, this is Mikhail. I'll be teaching you how to work in a 3D software called Blender. First thing we have to do is we have to download Blender. Okay, so you go to your web browser and then you type in Blender software. Okay, Blender software. And then you go to the blender.org website, www.blender.org website. Okay, then this will pop up. Then you go to Blender 2.9 3.3. It might be a different one when you download it. So it might be 3 or 4 or whatever. I doubt it will be 4, but maybe 2.494. Okay. Then you go to download Blender. There we go. And then I'm just gonna take this down. Then you just wait for it to download and then we'll continue after that. Okay, so I'll be showing you what's possible in Blender. Okay, so this is a video made in Blender. You can see the balls are swinging through rings. It's a cool, interesting, satisfying video. And then we have this alien type creature on Mars with a Mars rover, whatever you call it. It's a cool video. But this is just the beginning. This is like the beginning of a movie that you would make. So I would like to make movies
Hey there, ladies.
like this one.
Hi, my name is Amy, and I'll be your waitress today. Is there anything I can get you to drink while you're looking at the menus?
This is an example of a part of a movie that was created by the Blender Studio. And I would like to create something like that one day. Okay, so once you've downloaded Blender, then you click on the MSI file, Blender 2.93, then you click on it. Next. So I have already installed it. So you just click next, 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 agree, next, and then you click finish. Okay, then once you've installed it, then you go to your search bar, then you type Blender, and then you click yes, and then Blender 3D will pop up. And that is all for this episode. Okay, so once you are in Blender, you have these options here: general, 2D, animation, sculpting, visual effects, and video editing. They are These are the things that you can do within Blender. Okay, so we'll start with general. As you can see, you have a cube here, and that cube can be edited into almost any shape that you would like it to be edited into. Okay, so the first thing you'll see is this cube, this light, and this camera, and this plane here. Okay, so the first thing you want to be able to do in Blender 3D is you want to be able to rotate around. You want to be able to rotate around the scene like this. You want to be able to do that and see nicely every angle of the shape that you are making. Okay, so this here is my mouse, and you can see when I rotate, the middle mouse button is highlighted. So the white means that it is being, you are rotating around this thing. So I'm clicking on the white, so the middle mouse button. So I hold it and then I move my mouse to the right. Now moving it to the left like that. And then I click on it with my right mouse button, and this is the left mouse button to get other options. So the first thing we need to know is we need to know how to rotate around it. So we do with the middle mouse button and we move our mouse. We hold our middle mouse button and we move our mouse so we can rotate around this little cube. Okay, so then we want to be able to shift move. So shift move is, say for instance your cube is on this side, but I can only rotate like this, so it's not in the middle. So what we do is we have to shift to move it to that origin. So we press shift and then middle mouse button. As you can see, then we rotate, we rotate, we rotate, we rotate, we rotate. Now we can rotate around this area. See. Okay, so our cube is here and we want to zoom into our cube. We roll the middle mouse button, we roll it and then we can zoom. And then we hold the middle mouse button, then we rotate. Now we're closer to this thing and we can zoom out by rolling it backwards. You see? Roll it backwards, zoom in, roll forwards, zoom out, roll back. There we go. Now we can move around it. Try to move to the right. Or spin around in the right direction. There we go. Spin around in the left direction. There we go. And zoom in. Zoom in. There we're zooming in. Zoom out. Zoom out. There we're zooming out. Spin, spin, spin. Zoom in. Zoom in. Rotate. Move out. There we go. Okay, so now we want to edit our object. What we do is we press tab. So tab on your keyboard. Now we can edit this thing. Okay, now we click on this vertex here with our right mouse button and we move with G. G we move. Now we can move this one as well. We can move it that way. And then we have this weird looking shape. We click on this vertex here. Then we click G to move. Look at my screen, at my keyboard. G to move. Click the right mouse button on it. G to move. Now we have this weird looking shape and you can make almost any shape you would like to with this. G to move. And now we have this weird looking shape. Who even knows what this shape is called? There's no name for it. Okay, now we have this weird looking shape. And we can do it with this bottom one. Move it like that. Then we move this one. I press G. I click on this vertex, then I press G to move. Then we have this weird looking shape. Then I rotate with the middle mouse button to move it around. I can create any shape I want. We'll get into more advanced shapes later in the course.